Hey everybody, this is Crazy for Pro Wrestling, and I am your girl, the lovely Trinae, and I am here to give you my predictions for WrestleMania 39. First up is Austin Theory versus John Cena. Now there really isn't any upside to John Cena winning this match. He's going back to Hollywood, so he's not even going to stay. So I don't see any reason for him to take the title off of Austin Theory. I've actually grown to like Austin Theory, because when he first got there, I really didn't like him too much. But I've grown to really like him, and he's doing a good job with the United States title. So I don't really see any reason to take it off of him, especially for somebody who's not going to stay. So my prediction for that match is that Austin Theory will keep his title. Next up, Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now, Logan has had a few matches, and I think really he's only won like the first two. But I don't really see him beating Seth Rollins, especially since he's already knocked him out twice. I don't really see a purpose. Like, I don't really get that. I don't see any legitimate way for him to actually win this match. I just don't. I mean, he could knock him out, but there's neither here nor there. But I don't really see any reason for Seth Rollins to lose this match. Next up is Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea needs this title. Rhea has been doing a very good job with the Judgment Day, and I think this would just boost her up even more. They just need. She's already lost to Charlotte once in 2020 when Charlotte won the Royal Rumble. I don't see any reason to repeat that. I think that Rhea has put herself in the position to win this match. I mean, that's just it. She can only elevate it. She can't, degrade it. I think that she can only elevate it. Next up is Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Bianca Belair has won her last two WrestleMania matches. I don't see her winning a third back to back to back. That would mean she had left 3 WrestleManias in a row as champion. I don't really see that happening. Plus, Asuka needs to get back into it. She needs to get back into what we know and we love. And I think the Raw Women's title could actually do that for her. So my vote for today would be Asuka. I love Bianca, but I just don't think she's going to be able to pull this off. Next up is Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Now, when the match was first announced, I didn't particularly care for this match, even though Omos has been getting better in the ring. Over the last couple weeks, I've seen Omos and Brock Lesnar interact, and I'm not that mad at the match anymore. I still don't think Omos is going to win this. It's one thing to catch Brock Lesnar slipping once or twice, but I don't think you're going to catch him slipping enough to get a 3 count. That's just me. If you beat him, you're going to have some help. That's just the way it is. Next up is Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. This is the one title that Sheamus has not held. I think he needs to win this title. He has tried to win this title from Gunther at least twice, and he hasn't been able to do it. If he can't get it done now, he probably won't. So even if he has to pin Drew McIntyre and not pin Gunther, I think he needs to win this title. It's only right. Next up is Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control. I've been hearing rumblings about Trish turning her back on the women's tag team champions, and this probably would be the best time to do that. She can cause them to lose the match, because I do think that Damage Control is going to win this. I think that the reason why I think for me, the reason why I feel that way is because nobody will expect it. Because damage control has been on a slope, a downward slope for a little while. But I think this will put them in a good position. And I think this is just time to do it. Put them in a good position and set up the feud with Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. This would be the perfect time to do it. I just hate that the titles are not on the line. Even though there's not that many women tag teams, I still think that they should be on the line. But nevertheless. Next up is Edge and the Demon Finn Balor. Edge has been getting his butt kicked ever since they kicked him out of Judgment Day. I think he needs to end this feud strong. I was kind of thinking that the last time that they fought would be the end of it, but it wasn't. I still think he needs to end it strong, so I'm going to say that Edge is going to win this match. He needs to end this strong. He needs to get payback for the injury to his wife and all that. Kicking him out of Judgment Day. Turning the whole faction against him. I think it's only right. Then it is the showcase, the women's showcase match with Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler and Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. I don't particularly care for this match. I don't like the tag teams. They are all put together pretty much. And I like some of them as single competitors. I just don't like them as tag teams. I don't see Ronda and Shayna losing this. I think this really was just set up for Ronda and Shayna to win at WrestleMania. Plus, I don't see any of them having the momentum to beat them right now. Ronda is injured, and so Shayna will probably be the one to do most of the work. But I still think that they're going to do this, and I think that Ronda is going to be the one to get the pin. Even if she has to wait till the very last second to get in the match just to do the pin, I still think she's going to be the one to pin somebody and win this. Next up is the men's showcase match. The men's showcase tag team match. And I see that it's Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Viking Raiders versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. I don't really have a reason why I think the Street Profits are going to win. Maybe it's just what I want. I mean, I'm not really mad at any of these tag teams. I like all of them. And it could, the losing this match could advance the Otis and Chad breaking up, which looks like this where it's headed. That Otis is going to become Otis, join the male models. But I see the Street Profits coming out on top on this. They do better as a tag team. They've been doing better as a tag team as of late. Their singles matches, neither one of them are really winning those. But I've always liked the Street Profits. And so maybe that's just my reason for thinking that they're going to win this, because I want them to win. But I actually wouldn't be mad if any of these tag teams win this match. This is actually one of those matches where I'm just happy to see it. Next up is Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio. Rey has to come out on top on this. He cannot let Dominic beat him. Like, I know that's your son and you love him, but Dominic has been showing his behind for a very long time now. And he's talking crazy to his mama. He's hitting his father. He's gone to prison. Let him tell it. No, I'm not going. Rey needs to set Dominic straight. I don't see any reason for Dominic to beat Rey. Rey isn't retiring, at least until he's 50. So he has like a year and a half. I don't see any point of letting Dominic beat him. No. Next up is the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I think WWE needs to pull the trigger on cashing in on Sami's popularity right now. I think they need to make him tag team champion. I love the Usos. Right now, the Usos are my favorite tag team. But I do think that something needs to happen. It needs to be a shakeup. And I think that they need to take the titles off of them. If they were willing to split them, I wouldn't even have a problem with the Usos having one and Sami and Kevin having one. But right now, they're still taking them as a unit. So I think it needs to be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. You know, let them be a tag team for a little while. They're not going to last more than a few months anyway, because Kevin and Sami never do. One of them always turns on the other. But I think they need to hold the titles at least while Sami is in the peak of his popularity. I don't think he's ever been this popular before. And he has put in a lot of work for that to happen. And I think that work needs to be, there needs to be a payoff for that. And I think the tag team titles will be it. Next up is the last match of WrestleMania, Night 2, which will be Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Cody wants to get the title that his father never got. I understand that. And I think Cody is also at a peak popularity. And Roman has had the titles for about 2.5 years. I think he needs to let it go. I mean, Roman is one of my favorite wrestlers right now. But I do think he needs to let it go right now. He's gonna have enough problems within the bloodline without even worrying about the titles. Let that be somebody else's problem, and you work with the bloodline, because I really do think it's about to explode. And so I think he needs to work on that. So I think he needs to drop the title. So there are 13 matches over 2 days, over April 1st and April 2nd. Yeah. And those are my predictions for WrestleMania 39. I am the lovely Trinae, and so this is the lovely Trinae for Crazy for Pro Wrestling, where we do wrestling every day, all day. Peace.